Hey guys, Clover here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. So there's a lot of things that Raid has done wrong with this latest fusion with OELLA, but there's one thing that they definitely did right with this fusion, and we're gonna go over this in this video for today. So guys, I almost didn't make a video for today because I was having issues with the house, with the electricity. Something was definitely wrong. Things were not working right. I almost thought my PC was just exploded, right? It burned or something. I had no idea what was happening. I called in a few people. They helped out. Everything's good. I'm recording, so good news. Let me tell you about the OELLA fusion, all right? A lot of people were very... Look, I had a lot of people who were disappointed on how bad the fusion was and the fusion schedule, and then there were a lot of people who were happy because boom, it was an easy decision. They would just skip, save the resources, and wait for the next fusion for March, since we have a fusion per month, right? A fusion fragment collection, however you want to call them. A new champion is available for us to chase to try and get every single month. OELLA was not an exception, but the way that all of the events and tournaments were structured were very difficult for all players, with 16 rares only available, no epics available. All of these were bad things. All of these were bad things that players got disheartened with and didn't want to go for the fusion. But there's one thing that I noticed that was good, and hopefully they will apply it in future old type fusions. Okay, what I mean by that is all type fusions are these where you gotta collect rares, you gotta get them to level 40, so a lot of leveling up, and then fuse them to epics, level those up to level 40, use food champions that you've leveled up to 4 stars or 4 stars, okay, get them to 5 stars, and then level these up to level 50. That is a lot of effort, plus all the ascending. Okay, that is a lot of effort, a lot of energy that usually would go a little bit wasted, in the sense that you were losing efficiency when you were doing this, while also trying to do everything else during the fusion. Okay, while doing everything else, you had to also consider the resources that you would need to spend in order to get these done. But let me show you right here what I've created. Boom, here on Paint. I'm such a magician on Paint. I'm amazing. Look at that. Okay, so this is a fusion calendar. Okay, everyone has seen this before. It's nothing too special. I was just taking by myself before recording the video on which tournaments and events I've completed so far, so I can't skip any of these. So I was doing all of these and ticking them up. And then I've noticed that the champion training, the last champion training that we have, is right here at the end, where we get the final rare needed for the fusion. There's a champion training event going at the same time with dungeon divers and the dungeon divers, so you get 3 rares out of this one. So this is where I'm getting at. This is what they did right. All that effort that you need to do to level up your champions to complete an old type of fusion like this one that we have right now was placed at the end. Okay, so while you're doing that, to complete the fusion, to do the final steps, level up all your rares up, you either did this on this champion training event, did it a little bit, or you left every single one of those champions intentionally for the last champion training. Then this is the best thing that they could have done, because you also managed to finish the dungeon divers, because this will be a very difficult one from what I'm seeing. You're gonna finish the dungeon divers twice and get 2 rares here, and then finish the champion training and complete the fusion. So this is what I think they need to do in the future. They need to do more of these, and in the future, if PLARIUM wants to be on the better side of players, they need to introduce something else in terms of variety. Bringing some variety into the fusions would not be so bad. We have been accustomed with the same things over and over. There was no variation up until they've introduced, you know, the fragment collections. That was a little bit of variation, but in terms of what you do to get those fragments, it's still the same old. What I would like to see is some more engagement by PLARIUM to the players. Let's say, instead of just doing, you know, dragon tournaments or events, why PLARIUM you don't do something like, for, you know, one of the days during the fusion or fragment collection, if you go to stage, let's say, I'm just giving examples here, to stage 12-6 of the campaign, you can actually get fragments of that champion that you're going for, or you can get hopefully, you know, if you're lucky, you get a rare for that fusion. Let's say you missed one event or tournament, farming stage 12-6 will have an additional chance. Instead of getting just Diabolist and, you know, Hunt Spawn, you get one of the rares needed for the fusion, but it's one time only. Or you get 5 fragments needed for out of the 100. That would have been an amazing way to let players know that you're not about squeezing them out and getting, you know, all of their time needed to do the fusions. They don't have time to spend with their families and stuff. It gets very, very frustrating for players out there who might not have all the time in the day to complete these fusions and fragment collection. So having these additional things would have been amazing. And it takes away from them doing things right. When they do things right, they get overshadowed by everything they did wrong so far. Doing this part of the fusion was the best thing that they did. But because they did so many things bad, nobody took notice of. And it is very unfortunate that you have to just get the one good thing out of the 10 things that they did bad. It's very unfortunate. You don't want to have that in a game. Maybe it should be 50-50. I know that they want to get money and all that, so they do things intentionally to get money, like removing Brimstone and having it accessible to new players in terms of the accuracy requirement. Now you'll need like 600 accuracy to get Brimstone done for Iron Twins on a champion that you didn't need before, right? So that was intentionally because it was introducing extra power to players that they didn't have before. They did it so they can get more money, right? People spending to get more accuracy, you know, farm for better gear and all that. I understand some of the decisions, but others I just don't understand. So I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to make it clear on how they do some things right and some things wrong. And this one, the fusion, was a perfect example. Maybe after March, since they reached their 4th year anniversary, they do things right. They did this thing right, by the way. Aethel's Path. We used to have just Plarium points here, 50 Plarium points, which was so stupid. Now, with just a little bit more of an investment, you can actually get a legendary book, which is very, very good comparing to what we had before. The Plarium points were nothing. I barely have any Plarium points myself. It will take a long time for you to do anything with Plarium points. And even if you get the champion here, you probably don't need it. With the amount of money that you need to spend to get the champion, you won't need it. So doing things right, such as this one, is a good step forward. And they probably know when they're doing things right. When they're replacing a reward with a legendary book, they know that this is good. But it's overall, I think they need to understand on how the community is reacting to everything, and then introduce more things like better promo codes during Valentine's event instead of just 100 energy, which is, you know, basically spent in, you know, 5 runs of any dungeon. It's a joke. It's a joke, and they need to do better. Plarium, you need to do better, like you do with the fusions. Like, you bring your understanding on things needed, where you put the champion training at the end. Do better with more things so that the community is happier and they enjoy playing your game. It's been 4 years already that they've been playing your game. Most people have quit, but there's a lot of people who still play the game, and some of these things that you do are their reason to quit every single day. So do things right and players will keep on playing and spending for your game. Anyway, wow, I didn't know that this would develop into a rant. It was actually a positive video at the start, but I went with it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be going live a little bit later today. I'll have something quick to eat. I'll be going live. I'll do like a small takeover to help a friend. And yeah, I'll see you guys over there. I'll be live on Twitch and on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys.